since I'm done with my little improper act there. So anytime we have a fraction that's greater than one whole, we call it an improper fraction. We do not want to work with improper fractions. We want to make them proper. We want to fix them. We want to make them right. Our job is to be magicians. Hocus pocus, alakazam, make this improper fraction into a mixed number. Good job, whoever's following along with me. Great job.
Good job, Tariana.
And a mixed number is a whole number plus a fraction, like 2 1/2. 2 wholes and half of another.
So just to tell me again, Mr. Adamson, what makes, just review that, what makes it a proper fraction then?
A proper fraction?
Yeah.
Or improper?
No, like a mixed number, proper fraction.
Awesome.
How do you know? Okay, because if I'm looking at this, what makes this an improper fraction?
Well, let's talk about this. Right here, 1/3. That is a proper fraction. The numerator is smaller than the denominator.
Do you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Smaller number on the top, bigger number. That's like the fractions we've been dealing with for the last 4 or 5 days, right?
Yeah.
That's been our life in math so far, is proper fractions. And now we're going into the world of improper fractions, where the numerator is larger than the denominator. That makes it improper.
That makes sense.
Now, we have to learn that skill of changing from a improper fraction to a mixed number. Many of you know Mr. Lynch and I love to have fun in math. So I'm going to teach you what I think is a fun way to change improper fractions to mixed numbers. Chase, can you give me a big number? Not too big, but a big number on top.
7.
Let's go bigger than that.
10.
Fine. Fantastic. Somebody give me a number smaller than 10 for the bottom. Riley.
5.
I heard 4. Awesome. I'll explain why we didn't want to do 5 quite yet. So, 10/4. This is called an fraction. Improper fraction, because the numerator, girls with your boards, you don't need to be drawing right now, okay? I'm going to give you all the tools.
This is just a listening time,
Yep,
guys.
this is listening. Where the numerator is larger than the denominator. So, the denominator tells us how much an item costs in the store. The numerator tells us how much money you have. So, in the land of 10/4, every item cost $4. So, who wants to go shopping in the $4 store with your $10? Alicia, head on up there.
$10. Are you for real? Are you for real?
Okay.
Give her some.
All right, Alicia, there's your $10. And you're going to go shopping at the $4 store. Can you buy one item? Can you buy this lovely mechanical pencil at the $4 store? Do you have enough money?
Yeah.
So, can you give me $4, please? Thank you. Here's a mechanical pencil. Please write a 1, a tally mark on the board.
Oh, with a marker. Not your pencil.
Yeah.
Alright, tally. So 1 item was bought.
Okay. Can she buy anything else? Can she buy another $4 item at the $4 store?
Yeah.
Like an iPhone?
Oh.
Yes, she can. So, go ahead and pay me.
$5.
So she gave me $4. I've got, so she bought 2 items at $4. So I have $8 now. She's used $8. So go ahead and mark another tally on the board, please, Felicia. Can she buy anything else?
No.
Oh, why? You get that.
Why?
Thank heavens, because I ran out of stuff. But why could she not buy anything else at the $4 store?
Because when she has 10 and 4 times 2 would be 8.
Yep.
And then if everything's 4 and you have $2.
Oh. She
She
only has $2 left. Exactly. She can't buy another item. So those tallies that she wrote, she's going to count those and write that whole number. So how many tallies do you have, Felicia?
2.
So keep your marker
Yeah, marker.
and write the number 2 up there.
A big one.
Okay? Now, draw a fraction bar, like right there.
Right there.
There you go. Okay? How much money does she have left?
$2.
2. So write the 2 on top of that bar. And what's the name of the store?
$4 store.
So write 4 underneath your 2.
That's not possible.
The fourth store.
Why isn't it possible?
Oh, never mind.
Anything's possible. Here we go. So that means that 10 fourths is equal to 2 and 2 fourths. Abby, could you not write on yourself? I have a huge phobia of students writing with ink on their skin. Because I can only imagine what chemicals are in these things to make them work like that. And those chemicals going into your body gives me the creeps, honestly. True story.
And now, what would this big 2 resemble, guys?
How many items does she have?
2.
She was
2
able to
wholes.
use 4, yeah, 2 full items. She wasn't buying 2 half items, was she? No, so that's what this big 2 represents. Now, where does the little 2 come from?
The little 2 comes from
Yeah, where does the little 2 come from?
for $2.
What she had? Yes, what she had
What
left
she had
over.
left. That's important to know, because do you think she would buy more if she had another $4? Yeah, but she couldn't because she didn't have enough money. You're going to the store and you just can't buy it. You have $2 left for a $4 item.
Mr. Lencher brought up a good point. And that's what's really important. In this world of shopping with improper fractions and buying mixed numbers, you cannot take home extra money. And what I mean by that is you couldn't do this. Oh, I only wanted to buy 1 item and I have 6 left over. No. If your numerator is bigger than your denominator, or if your numerator is equal to your denominator, you can go shopping still. That's the rule in the fraction store. You have to keep shopping until you can shop no more.
Because still, that would be an improper fraction. You don't want an improper fraction. Okay?
Yeah, we do this one. So, let's talk through this one. First of all, what label would we give this fraction up here? Melody?
Mixed number?
No, not mixed. Because it doesn't have a whole and a part. This is a mixed number. This is a improper fraction. So, let's talk through this one, please. What's the first thing we're going to do? I have a lot of people working ahead right now, and that would be spooktacular if we were all understanding this at 100% accuracy. That would be great. So what do we have to do first, Kendall?
Wait, what was the question again?
What's going to be our first step to turning this improper fraction into a mixed number? You have $7. Can you buy 1 item for $3?
Yes.
Can
Okay.
you buy a second item for another $3?
Yep, that's 2.
How much have you spent so far?
$2.
No. Each item is 3.
$6.
So that means you spent 6. So you're going to write how many items you buy as your big whole.
So it would be
Um,
6.
2, because you bought 2 items for $6.
And then
And how much money do you have left over?
$1.
1, because you started with 7. So 7 minus 6 equals 1. That's your numerator. And your denominator stays
the same.
the same, with 3. Okay, then Kendall, if you're really confused, like you just said, avoid distractions.
And stop writing on your board.
Yeah.
Okay, put your folder down. Okay? And now, guys, another way to help us figure this out, if you're looking at this stuff, saying, hey, okay, say we're looking at that number. We have our multiplication chart, okay? Okay. We have our multiplication chart. We all good on home? We have our multiplication chart. We have 3. That's where we start, right? The 3 going down. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, so if we have this fraction on these multiplication tables, these are so important to help us because I can go to my multiplication table and say, okay, I need to see how many times this 3 can fit into 7. You know, and this is just a different way to think, okay? Just a different way to think. How many times can 3 equally fit into 7? So I look at my multiplication chart. I find 3, okay? Oh, I go and I cannot go over, what's my number? 7, right? Because you can't go over that. We don't have more than 7. So if I go to 6, right here, that's smaller. That's okay. But can we go to 9?
No.
So we know how many big pieces did we have? 1, 2. So that's where that 2 comes from. Now, 6, we didn't get exactly 7 though, did we? So how many are we below 7? If we ended at 6, 1. So that's where that little 1 comes from. And now this never changes. We started with 3, we end with 3. So this is a 3, okay? Did that make sense?
Yes.
So once again, these tools in our math are so important, okay? It's just a different way to think about it. When we're doing this, sometimes it's not going to end pretty. It's going to end like these. But these 3s, how many chunks of 3 can fit into this? I can take 1 chunk. I can take another chunk. No. Can I take another one?
No.
No. Okay, so that's why it is so important that we use these tools. And honestly, I don't like improper fractions, but I love it once I can use my multiplication table because it makes it so easy for me. I find the bottom number. Our bottom number almost is like our home base here. Okay? We go to 3, find it. How many times can we go without going over this number? If you go over that number, then you're in trouble. Okay? Then you're doing it wrong. You have to stop immediately, and you can do that with a whole bunch of numbers. You can do it with 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And say we had a fraction like this, 9 over 4. Oh, how many times can 4 go into 9? How many times would you guys say? Where should I stop?
At 8.
At 8, I heard, right? Why should I stop there? Chase.
Because 8 is closer to 9.
Oh, okay. I like what you say closer, but there's something else that you're missing for that. Kendall?
Because you can't go over 8.
You can't go over. It's under. I know what you're thinking, but you can't go over. Because what if it was like 10, though? That's still close, right? But it just can't be over. Got that? So this one, I would have a 2 here. Well, what do we do now? 8, we didn't get exactly 9, so we're not going to have an even number. We're not just going to have a 2. Because what are we missing here? What are we missing here? What are we missing here? Kendall? Oh yeah, fraction, but okay, we ended at 8. How many less are we?
1.
1. Thank you. So that's where we have 1 left. Just like what Mr. Adamson was talking about, the dollars, okay? And now what would our bottom number be? It's our home base. What's our home base here?
4.
4, thank you.
Thank you, Tariana.
Bingo, Tyriana, thank you.
Just to build off of what Mr. Lencher said, I'm goofy, I get it. I kind of imagine a pirate walking the plank, arr, matey. If the plank is 9 steps long, no, I don't want to go over. I don't want to go over the plank because I don't want to die. I don't want to get eaten by the sharks.
I like that, Mr. Adamson.
So, but I can only take my steps in groups of 4. The plank is, at the end of the plank is Mr. Lencher, and I have to take 4 steps at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took one group. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I've taken 8 steps in 2 groups. But remember, I can only take 4 steps at a time.
Should he take another step, 4-stepper?
2.
No.
Oh,
One
but he
step.
can't. It's only a 4-stepper.
You can only do 4s.
Right.
When your denominator is 4, you can only take groups of 4 steps. If your denominator is 8, you can only take 8 steps at a time. So once again,
So what should he do? Should he take that extra step?
1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5, 6, 7, 8.
2. Now should he go again?
Oh, he has one more left over.
And I have one more step till I'm at the edge.
At the edge.
That's my numerator. And 4 stays the same. Make math come alive, you guys. Truthfully, otherwise it's just a bunch of stuff on paper. When it comes alive, when you have fun with it, that's when you'll enjoy it. I promise. Here's the last thing we're going to talk about, and then you're going to have work time. Now we have to go in reverse. We have to go from something called a mixed number to an improper fraction. And this is going to be quick. This is going to be quick. Let's use Mr. Lencher's jersey. The Packers are the 3, no, more than that. 3 and 1/2. Anyway, here's how you turn this mixed number into an improper fraction. 2 steps. Do this first. Do that second.
6.
3 times 2 is
6.
plus 1.
7.
Keep your home base the
Oh,
same.
home base, same.
Period. Case closed. Over. Show's over. That's it.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Multiply first, add second. Times, whole times denominator, add your numerator, keep your
Now,
denominator.
could I check my answer here, Mr. Adamson?
Absolutely, you could. Walk the plank, matey.
Oh, man,
So,
okay.
I can take steps of 2, and the plank is 7 steps long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Should he take more?
No, because I go 7, 8. So I don't want to do that. But I can go back to my 6, which was 3 steps.
How many more steps does he have until he dies?
1, and I stay at my home base. Period. Case closed. Show's over. Tip your waitress as well. Thanks for coming. That's it, you guys. That's it. So, whether you're going shopping like I talked about, whether you're doing what Mr. Lencher did, and we worked together to talk about that game or the plank on the ship, that's improper to mixed. Use your multiplication chart, like Mr. Lencher said. It's really cool. You only have to look at one line. With the other comparing fractions, you were looking at 2 lines at a time. You only have to look at one line. Save, save, stop. 1, 2. 1 left over. Stay home. And then going from mixed to improper, multiply, add. Let's take a look in our math workbooks.
I already did it.